What's the Times doing, by the way?
It's such an interesting issue. The Times is asking everybody to be back 3 days a week, and the Guild, which represents a lot of the reporters, has balked and said we're not coming in. So there are something like 1,300 Guild members this week who are not going into the office.
I think
I'm not in the Guild, but I haven't been going in this week either. I just don't want to get in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, well, wise as always.
Yes.
We're sort of on a 3-day-a-week plan as well here. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in, and Fridays and Mondays optional. That sounds pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I can't object to that, and I have to say from personal experience, and in the reporting business, it is helpful to be with your colleagues. I would say like 2 big stories I did in the last few years came through chance encounters with fellow reporters. One of them, it led to my book, which is coming out in February. And it was all just because of a random encounter in the office that wouldn't have happened. So I'm going to be in there periodically. But of course, I only live 10 minutes away, so it's not a huge deal.
It's not a big thing. We hear from Tim Cook, we hear from Jamie Dimon. They seem to be saying the same things. We need you here. Collaboration is a lifeblood of our business.
I think I would, trust them. I'm not a banker. I did work in a law firm in another life, and there I would say collaboration also was very important. I would take them at their word that, they need people in there. Now, I do feel, that we've learned a lot from the pandemic, one of which is that you can trust people to make some judgments. Like, it doesn't have to be 5 days a week, 40 hours a week. It doesn't have to be that regimented. So there is a lot of room, I think, for flexibility.
Jim, I'm skeptical, and Tyler, and I've told our bosses this. Part of it is that I think you can't put the genie back in the bottle. The other thing is, if you look at productivity, and we know that productivity was sustained during work from home, that it necessarily dives if people have to go home to manage their life rather than incorporating work into life at home. And the third thing, and I'm not reading anybody talking about this, but all these companies, Apple, Starbucks, JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, have very well-publicized commitments to climate initiatives. I want to know about this conflict between being concerned about the environmental impact and forcing your workers to undertake, in many cases, significant commuting challenges in order to just have collaboration and chance encounters in the office.
Well, yeah, I think that last point is honestly not something I had pondered, but is a great point. I mean, again, here in Midtown Manhattan, which is, with the center of a huge workforce, they're trying to put in congestion pricing to, reduce the amount of transportation vehicles coming into the city, and that's completely inconsistent with going back to the old get everybody into the office all the time, because a lot of them don't use mass transit. So I think that's a good question. I mean, that's a really good point. I think also, though, the whole balance of power here has shifted, that the idea that there's this top-down management that orders the workforce what to do, it has really been challenged in the pandemic in a way that I never would have dreamt possible. And I think shrewd managers are going to realize that there is room for more flexibility here. I mean, again, just use a personal example. If I'm hibernating and writing a story, I mean, I've done all the reporting, I've had the ideas, I've been to the story meetings, all I'm doing is hibernating and writing, I'm better off at home. I mean, there are so-called writing rooms in the Times where people would go in there, close the door, put a do not disturb sign on there, and vanish, for the entire day. Now, they don't need to be in the office. And I'm sure there are similar situations, maybe somebody's writing a report, they're doing a research thing or whatever, where it's actually beneficial to be away and more productive.
Agree.
Can't argue with that.
Agree.
All right. Well, I guess we're all the choir then. Thanks for preaching, Jim.
Jim, thanks.